Get Hooked Up went out in search of the hottest and most interesting women on campus at Washington State University. After searching from Colorado Street all the way to Grand Avenue, we found 12 lovely women and pitted them against one another in hopes of winning a date with our handsome bachelor. One of these ladies is going to get hooked up. We went to Dupus Boomers and had our Get Hooked Up speed dating competition.
Each lady had 3 minutes with Cheyenne, and afterwards, the 3 ladies got sent home.
Hi ladies, welcome to the speed dating round. Tonight, each of you will have a 3-minute date with Cheyenne, and be prepared for anything because it's a real date. You never know what he's going to ask you, so get your game faces on, get excited, and take it seriously.
And normally we would be eliminating 3 of you tonight, but since 1 of you didn't show up, Steffi will be eliminated, and only 2 of you will have to go home, so 1 of you will be safe. And after he makes his decision, after all of you guys have been able to go talk to him for 3 minutes each, then 3 of you or 2 of you guys get eliminated, and then 1 lucky girl will get to stay and hang out with Cheyenne for the rest of the night, and have some dessert, and hopefully have something else.
So work hard so you can be the girl that gets the dessert, and are you guys excited?
Yeah! All right, let's get started.
Last week, the girls had some things to say about Courtney. This week, Courtney's here to plead her case.
Honestly, I was kind of surprised that so many girls talked about me. I would never think about saying anything like that about another girl, you know? I said things about, like, all the girls in general, just nothing against them, just because I have a lot of confidence in myself and I think I can win. But, you know, if they feel that way, there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is laugh about it. I don't feel too bad about them talking smack about me, because honestly, I don't really care what they think about me, because I know who I am and I'm comfortable with that person, and I know that sometimes when I make a first impression, it's usually a really obnoxious one, and that's okay, because I can be obnoxious sometimes. Doesn't mean I'm, like, mean or a terrible person, you know? I just like to have fun.
The Get Hooked Up crew checked up on Cheyenne during his dates. Here's what the girls had to say about him.
My first date with Cheyenne went really well, actually. Like, it was really chill, surprisingly. It wasn't awkward at all, and I feel like we had a fun time getting to know each other. The highlight of that date was definitely when he, like, fed the fry to me. Even though he did tease me a little bit, but, you know, it was very cute.
My first date with Cheyenne's amazing. He's so fun and nice. He's really easy to get along with.
The first date went really well. Cheyenne was really nice, really sweet. It surprised me because I didn't get that impression exactly last time, but he's a really great guy, so I really want to get to know him.
My first date with Cheyenne went pretty well. We didn't get to know each other a lot because we didn't have very long, and I kind of expected that. He was really nice because he said that he heard that a lot of the girls didn't like me. So he was really nice about that, and he comforted me, and he said, don't feel bad. Even though I don't feel bad, like, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all that they think those things about me. I told him that, but he comforted me anyway, so that was kind of nice. I thought that was sweet. It was a good gesture.
The first date, it went pretty well. The conversation, it just flowed back and forth. There were no awkward silences, which for a 3-minute date, there shouldn't be. So that's a good sign.
It was pretty cool. I don't know. There were a few times where it was kind of awkward, but I think he's a really nice guy. He started talking about O.J. Simpson, and that kind of made me nervous. Like, what is he gonna do? And then, I don't know, I'm pretty sure he looked at my boobs the entire time.
I sat down, first thing he said was that I liked boobs. Or he liked boobs, I don't like boobs. Well, I have them, but I don't like them. Yeah. His phone did go off in the middle of our date, which was a little disconcerting. But, I mean, it's okay. I'll live, but it was a little sad. Otherwise, it was a pretty good date.
My first date with Cheyenne went pretty well. I guess it was kind of weird at times. Kind of awkward things were said. Well, I asked him what he liked to do, and he said that he liked punting babies, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I hope he's kidding.
Okay, well, my first date with Cheyenne was interesting. It was a little awkward. He said I had grandma fashion. How did I feel about that? It made me kind of sad because I really liked her shirt.
It was awesome. We shared some French fries. Pretty romantic. He's a really nice guy. He had a lot to say, and he seems like a funny, nice guy, and I can't wait to get to know him.
What was the highlight of your date?
Probably him making fun of me about being Miss Sunnyside because he thinks that I'm some goody two-shoes girl who wears a crown all the time, but he hasn't gotten to know me yet.
So are you a goody two-shoes girl who wears a crown all the time?
Of course not. There's a bad side.
My first date with Cheyenne went pretty well, but it's a little intimidating. He asked me if I was a blood or a Crip, and I didn't really know what to tell him because I'm not either, so other than that, it went pretty good though. He told me to throw up a sign, and I told him the blood sign, I can't contort my fingers like that, and so he just laughed at me and told me I'm a blood, so. Because that's how it works.
We'll be back to get hooked up after these commercials.
After the dates, Cheyenne picked the girls he wanted to stick around, and he also told the girls which ones had to take a hike. Lisa, Beth, Destiny, Leah, Emily, Holly, Courtney,